Welcome, race fans, to the Tunnel Turn Garage. This is a show where we drink beer and talk NASCAR. Last weekend, the boys were at Talladega. Clint Bowyer ended winning up the race when he pushed Jeff Burton ahead of the entire field by about, 20, 40 car lengths. Those guys were like a missile when they hooked up together on the restart. Clint Bowyer dove to the inside of Burton, and there was a drag race down the front stretch coming through the tri-oval to get to the start-finish line. Burton came down a little bit and side-drafted Bowyer, but Bowyer ended up beating him to the finish line. He ended up getting Richard Childress his 100th win as a car owner before leaving RCR, which is pretty cool. I like Clint Bowyer. He's a good guy. So the two of those guys look like they were laughing after the race and having fun. Looks like they had a blast racing that way. And I don't know. NASCAR implemented a bunch of rules to try to break up the two-car packs, but failed. That didn't work at all. And they also said, as part of the rule package, they opened up the holes in the restrictor plate, and it looked like that worked pretty good because the guys were able to pass cars a little bit better. And they weren't able to grease the bumpers any longer, but NASCAR guys finding the gray areas and figuring out things on their own, they decided to put a Teflon tape on the rear bumper to help them slide around a little bit. I don't know if that helped or hurt them, because that thing looked awfully gooey by the end of the race, with stuff crudted up on them, so who knows if that actually worked. But things that I like to see, Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart, those two guys raced for the first half of the race until Ryan Newman spun out going through the tri-oval. That kind of ended his shot at winning anything. But he and Tony had a good time racing. They were out front for most of the first half of the race, and Tony Stewart was pushing Newman. Then coming to the start-finish line, Tony, for 3 tries, he tried to slingshot around Ryan to get the one more point that he needed for leading laps. So, first time he did it, didn't work. Second time he did it, didn't work. And third time was the charm. He finally got the 1 point he was going for the third time around. It was kind of comical watching those two try it out, but that was cool. Earnhardt said, the one thing we're going to do on the show is we're going to pick out the meatball move of the day. So once a week, every show will give out Tony's Meatball Award. And this week, Tony's Meatball Award goes to Chad Knelson, not listening to Earnhardt. You're a meatball. If I was you, I would have listened to Earnhardt. The guy's the Pied Piper around the super speedways. His daddy taught him something. You should have listened to him. So Earnhardt wanted to run out front all race long, or at least try. Chad Knelson and Jimmy Johnson overruled and said, no, let's be wimps. Let's run around the end of the pack and try to avoid stuff. Well, that didn't work because Jimmy Johnson got whacked anyway in the front passenger side tire by Andrew Lally. So that almost ended Jimmy Johnson's day. And there were so many cautions in the last 20 laps, those two guys couldn't even possibly get to the front of the pack. By the time they had a shot to go green, there was 2 laps left. There was no time to make 2 laps up. Earnhardt finished 25th, and Jimmy Johnson ended up 26th. So that worked the wonders at trying to go for another 6th championship. So I think Jimmy Johnson might be done trying to being able to win that 6th championship in a row anyway. So I think somebody else is going to win it this year, which is kind of cool. We could use a new champion this year. But anyway, tune into the blog every day. Check out what we write. Definitely write comments. We like to see good or bad. Don't take it out on me. Take it out on the blog, so it's cool. We like to see what you guys have to say. And until then, we'll see you next week. Take care.